Welcome back to Gas Diesel Garage, y'all. My name is Jack, and I'm here to make sure you don't get screwed by the dealer. And in today's video, we're going to diagnose and repair the most common ABS issue with these Freightliner Cascadias, and that is the SN794 ABS code. And it's not the wheel sensor, believe me. So stay tuned. Alright, now let's check the codes, see what we got. Fault codes. Code 794, wheel speed sensor circuit below normal voltage. That sensor would be the right rear ABS sensor on the third axle. So third axle, right rear. And the funny thing is, the customer says that he already had the speed sensor replaced. So why is it that that thing is not reading? Let's go over to instrumentation. Let's look at the ABS sensors themselves. Alrighty, just sitting still, all of these sensors should be reading them at least about a 0.81. 0.81, that's a little low, but right there, the SNA, that is not reading at all. So I'm willing to bet that that is not a sensor problem. That's probably going to be a wiring harness problem, which these Freightliners are famous for, the wiring harness issues. So let's go ahead and get to the ABS module, show you where that's at, and let's start diagnosing this thing. Okay, to gain access to the ABS controller or module, come over here onto the passenger side, pull this fascia off, or panel rather. Just pops off just like that. Now we're going to take this panel off, and there's a number of bolts, 2, 4, 6, about 7 bolts you got to take off all around this, and then this will pop right on off. Like that. Now the ABS module is this module right here. All you got to do is push it in, and it slides right on out. Just like that. Good. There you go. Okay, now let me show you what these plugs are. This plug, the purple, this one houses the 2 rear sensors. So we're going to be pretty much taking that one off and diagnosing why it's not getting its signal to the ECU. So those 2 are for the rear. This is for your CAN bus, which goes back into the PCM, and then a bunch of these wires are for your front ABS sensors and your middle axle ABS sensors. And usually you can tell they're ABS sensors by the twisted part here. So what we're gonna do is gonna take that one off, and if you see here, if you pull it straight off, these two or this brown and the black, that is for your fifth sensor, which will be the left rear. This brown and black is for the right rear ABS sensor, which would be the number 6 speed sensor. So these are the two that I want to look at more. So actually, what I want to do is I want to check for voltage at this ECU, make sure the ECU is all right. Now, just as a reference, check a good known sensor and see what the voltage is that you're getting out of the ECU. So we're going to go to the 5th sensor, brown positive, black negative. See what we're getting. All right, 4.56, which that is about right. Okay, now let's go to the one in question. Okay, that's got too much voltage. I'm sure that's not correct. So one of these legs is screwed up. So looks like we're gonna be ohming out some wires. All right, to remove this, there's a tiny little clip right here that you just pinch, then you lift this up just like that. Comes right on out. Now to get the terminals out, gotta just pry it out just a little bit, and it slides out just like that. Put that down, and let's see if we can pull these out. Alrighty, got that one out. Make sure you remember what position they go, just like this. Alright. Okay. Alright. Got those out. Okay, now that we got them out of the plug, now let's go back over to the right rear number 6 wheel speed sensor and disconnect it there, because that's where we're going to be ohming this stuff out. Okay, now we're gonna ohm out these wires. Let's make sure my multimeter is working. Yeah, 0.02. That's what we should read on both of these wires since they're disconnected. Disconnected from the module and disconnected from the sensor. Ran my wire, my very, very long wire, to the ground one, which is the black. So this is coming off the wiring harness going to the sensor. So let's hook that up. Just hold it there and like that, and let's go touch this right here. Oh, there we go. That is a good wire. See, black and black, 0 0. Alright, now let's go switch them, because now we need to test this brown one, which is the positive. So ground is good. I'm willing to bet that that positive side is screwed up somewhere. Hopefully it's somewhere easy to get to. Okay, now that we switched the one in the rear to the brown in the rear, now we're going to check this brown one up here, and we're going to connect right there to our long jumper wire. See what we get. Okay, not getting anything. This is not ohming out for nothing. So I think we got a broke power wire, but finding that power wire that is broke is going to be a challenge. Okay, now that we got the bad part of this harness repaired, hopefully that's the only bad part. Now it's just a matter of plugging everything back up into the ABS module, and let's go ahead and do that right now. Put that black right here in the corner like that. Put the brown down through there also, and let's slide the purple connector back in. Make sure they're in tight. You don't want them things falling out. All right. Good to go. Okay, now it's time to see if this repair actually worked, which it will work. Well, grab your computer, bring up the data stream on your ABS module. Remember how we had the 0.81, 0.81? Then you're gonna watch these two start to read 0.81 like it's supposed to when we plug this thing up. So I'm gonna put you on the screen right here. I'm actually going to see if I can't do this. Why don't you look right there? There you go. Bam. I say we repaired it. And let's go look at the fault codes, see if it's still there. So far so good. Codes are not there. Awesome. Now we just gotta put the thing back in. Well, there we go. No more ABS light on your Freightliner Cascadia semi-truck. When the mechanic says, I replaced the speed sensor, well, yeah, he probably did, but maybe you need to check the wiring, because Freightliners are notorious for having bad wiring connections, especially with that paper-thin wiring loom. That's ridiculous. I've seen it many times. So if you have this problem, make sure you check that. I know it would be a pain in the ass trying to find it, but trust me, you'll save yourself a lot of money by trying it out and doing it for yourself. And make sure you always solder those things. Always. Don't put no wiring connectors and electrical tape. Soldering, heat shrink, heat gun. Don't use any of the other stuff or you're going to have some more problems. But anyways, I hope this video helped. And if you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.